Hi everybody, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome back, and to all of you new, hello and welcome. So I know my head is cut off, and that's on purpose because I have a new baby to share with you. I want you all to be able to see the baby, and I'm really excited and really exhausted. So, to everybody new, hi, I'm Tasha, and I'm a doll collector, and recently started also reborning dolls. So, I have to present with you all today, and before I do get really started, don't forget to go now and smash that subscribe button. Go ahead now. I should do one of those things like, you'll have good luck for 10 years if you run and hit the subscribe button in the next 10 seconds. Or maybe if you don't, a giant hairy spider will crawl on you in the night. Ooh. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. I'm giddy. I'm tired. So everyone, without further ado, this is the baby that I have been working on for quite a while now. My channel members have seen all the works in progress, and they saw this baby yesterday when he was born. So without further ado, I'll just kind of start to uncover here. But this is my second version of Half Pint by Marita Winters. So, tiny little one born in the Pixi NICU yesterday. And he is officially my first ethnic baby. Um, he's not as dark as I kind of planned for him to be and envisioned him. Like I envisioned him like really like, African American, although um it's tricky with the tiny ones or even newborns because a lot of black babies, they're just not born with, all of their skin pigmentation. And they have a certain look about them, about their coloring and their, whatchamacallit, their features, their details in their features. So I did intend for his hair to be a little bit darker, but kind of rookie mistake because like the hair in the locks that, we get to root with is looks so much darker when it's, together in a thick lock than it does when it's actually gets spread out on the head. So you're always afraid like you're going to go too dark. But anyway, enough about that. Let me formally introduce you to this little baby. So again, he is the preemie Half Pint sculpt by Marita Winters, my second version, and he was born yesterday, weighing approximately 3 pounds 4 ounces, and I just guessed that because I don't have a scale here, and he's about 16 inches long. I believe he was sculpted to the gestation of about a 27 week gestation baby. And as many of you know that have been with my channel, my first Half Pint Ishmael, I did wind up selling. He's actually the first baby that I've sold so far because mostly, right now I'm painting for my own collection. I'm new at painting, but Half Pint also has become my ultimate, like definitely my number one favorite sculpt. So you'll know I was not going long without having a Half Pint here in my collection and with me. And I already knew that the next version that I wanted to try was going to be a little bit more of a darker version. So this baby boy's name is Hollister Pixi, and I chose Hollister because I thought it was just more of a modern name, and I don't know, confident, stylish, and he is this little personality right out of the gates. I feel like he was born, quote, born, doing very well, needing very little assistance. You all know I have my NICU props, and sometimes when I do a NICU baby, I'll set them all up in an isolette and on all sorts of oxygen and wiring and stuff. And he just needed a little bit of oxygen, and that was it. So he's doing amazingly well. And honestly, I am so exhausted. I was so exhausted yesterday. I'm exhausted today, that I just wanted to have him born and enjoy him. And I have a lot of little tiny micro preemies, in the plans, and some in the works and stuff. So I'll be doing that whole role play skit thing in photos and videos soon. And of course I have Judith here in her little NICU isolette to share with y'all whenever I want. So this little guy, so I'm so tired that I just was decided to share him with you in my arms, even though like he has a belly plate. I'll show it to y'all, but he has a belly plate, and looks cute all set up with that and everything. So now he has beautiful brown eyes, and as you can see, he's got a darker, skin tone and features. He has darker lips, and see, I'll have to do a details video so that I have the camera the other way so you all can, get a good look at his details. I did his like lanuga, like his baby hairs, but they're, dark. I did brown. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be hard to see with the camera facing this way. But he's got the painted baby hairs along the side of his face and stuff. I probably could have went darker on his eyebrows to accentuate darker features, but I'm still new at painting, and I don't want to screw up, and I'd rather a lesser there than them not looking realistic. Plus I am a barely there eyebrow kind of person, and as a collector, I like my babies that way. I see a lot of babies newborn, and especially little preemies, although preemies have like hairy faces and stuff, but you know I mean, some babies are born with big bushy dark eyebrows, and ethnic babies, I guess, more so, but a lot of babies aren't. And again, I was going for that hyper realism look, and not just the cutesy little tiny baby look. Some artists paint these little sculpts in more of a newborn type way, or just a pretty, or cute type way, which is adorable too, because any baby tiny just looks so cute every way. But I personally, for myself, love that hyper realism. So he is rooted, and of course the hair is not looking perfect right now because I'm holding him, but he's also my first mono rooting job, and that is what I'm so exhausted over, because I have went for 2 weeks straight, literally day and night, rooting for like 7, 8, 10, 12 hours a day. No joke. You would think like, oh, this is a tiny head, so how long could it take? But when you're new at it, and it's not like it's, once you do something, like now that I've done a whole head once, like I'm sure next time it'll take me probably, at least 25% less time, could even be half the time. It always goes it's just the way that it goes, because you learn things as you go along, and I was just determined to get his whole head mono rooting. So for all of you that don't know the difference, mono rooting is one hair at a time. Micro rooting is a couple hairs at a time, a few hairs at a time. And then I guess just general rooting, which most, I don't, I mean, well, I guess, for budget babies and things like that are just, plugs of hairs. But, that's, if you're going for, very realistic, obviously you want it at least, you want it micro directionally rooted. And some are, micro rooting can be, if you're not doing a sparse head of hair, you really have to micro root. And then some artists, like some of my other babies, I have mono rooted, like I've done their fine baby hairs and their hairs around their face, like, and any part that I wanted thinner. Like I have done micro rooting on pretty all the babies that I've created from day one. I've just not done like the entire head, doing only one single hair at a time. It is a little bit easier with the darker hair because you can see it better to grab the one hair at a time, where I don't think I'd want to be micro rooting with like a pale blonde hair or light at all, because you'd have to be under the magnifying light like the whole time. And this, I was able to, with the good light up close and everything, be able to do it without having to, strain my eyes looking through the magnifying the whole time, which was nice. So once he was born yesterday, and I had worked the whole night through on just his hair, those of you in my channel membership know how I am. Like, I will literally take 12 hours straight, just from after the rooting is done, just to do the cut, just to do a little bit, go back, look at it wet, look at it dry, do a little bit, go back. Just really, I'm really like, I mean, I'm new. It's going to go along faster as you go along, but I want it how I want it. I want it a certain way. I've been collecting for years. I have my own standards of what I want, and I won't stop until I'm this happy with a baby. And oh man, am I happy. So yesterday I got him together, and I didn't put the belly plate on and do photos and the things that I do. I just diapered him up, wrapped him up, put him in a hospital blanket, put him in my arms. I snapped like a couple pictures of him down in my arms, and that was it. And then I wound up last night getting a really bad migraine. It's very windy here. Allergies are going berserk. I'm feeling like extra exhausted, so I don't know if it's just exhausted from working, staying up at night, because I'm doing this painting and rooting and doing these babies and stuff on the side, quote, of running a business full time, running a household full time, taking care of my kids, and one of my children's is special needs, back to school, all that. So it has just been so much, but I just can't help it. I just am enjoying doing what I'm doing so darn much. I can't even tell you all how much I love so sweet creating these babies. I know y'all can't see his face, like, oh good. And he is definitely like I am so in love with Ishmael still. I'm his god mommy, and many of you know he's with Jody at Miss Ladybug's Reborn Nursery. She's recently posted, I think, 2 new videos of him now. I think she's getting back to posting videos. So I'm going to put a link to her channel down below if you'll want to go and see Ishmael. For those of you that haven't seen my first version of Half Pint, or to those of you that have seen and would like to continue to follow Ishmael's journey. She is just so in love with him, and I feel like Hollister is more, even though Ishmael and I have a diverse collection, like I love diversity, so I love blonde babies, I love redheads, but my ultimate, as many of you know, is the darker babies, is the ethnic skin tone. My ultimate is like a dark, real dark chocolate baby. Like that is just what I am, what my eye is attracted to, what I find, beautiful. I find all babies beautiful, obviously, and that's why I collect, all different babies. But between having a more of a darker or olivey skin tone, darker baby, like that's kind of my thing. But then I do have a soft spot for blondies and strawberry blondes. But Hollister is, again, he's just like, I certainly knew that I wanted to create more of an ethnic version of Half Pint. So I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to do that. And this is a sculpt that I could just paint again and again and again, like totally different versions from one another. That is one thing, y'all, that I will never do, is repeat this, like, if I paint the same sculpt again or a few times, none of them are going to look alike, because I want, my Pixi babies to be as unique as I am, and as diverse as I am, and as diverse as my collection is. So you're never gonna see, like, a duplicate. I mean, I think that'd be near impossible to do, but anyway. But look at how, you would think because he's so tiny that he wouldn't feel like a whole baby kind of in your arms, you know what I mean? But or that he wouldn't be like snuggly and cuddly, but he is so snuggly. He just fits right in the crook of your arm. And I mean, look at how precious, and look at how real this, sculpt looks. I mean, right, and I love how his little hand just, rests on you. I love, my favorite way to have this baby is like how I had him when I turned the camera on. Is like this, and just to lay him down. I like to move my shirt like just down so that his head is like just laying against my skin, even though it's probably not good to do with the painting. But I don't hold the babies unless I'm all showered and clean and stuff. So, but it's just like the way that I like to hold them, or at least to hold them like for video and pictures, to take pictures, because it's just so much more real having them up against you. You know what I'm saying? To me anyway. And I'll show you, this is his belly plate. I'll do a video again of like the camera turn the other way, and to show you, so you can see him with his belly plate on and all of his cool details, because I worked a long time painting him too. Like he is very, very detailed, and has a lot of layers and stuff, and painting as well. I mean, just as I work on all my babies, he took the longest rooting, but as far as painting, every single baby that I painted that to completion, I have put, you know, this much into. So this is his belly plate. So I did him with the little, scab part on the belly button, whereas Ishmael's belly button, I just did all like fresh and pink and red, pink and red. Like the cord had just kind of been cut, or I don't know. I just did it different, But I love how this turned out, and I love how he's got like the dark going up like that a lot of the preemies have, and especially more, ethnic babies have. So I hope I did a good job representing a more of a, African American baby, or a mix of a Caucasian and African American, black and white, something to that effect. But to me, he's like a light skin African American baby. He's just doesn't like have his pigment yet because he's so tiny. So to me, in my vision, in my mind's eye, he's actually an AA baby. I just like in posting and stuff, it's like I don't want to post like, oh, my first AA baby, and then have people say, well, that's not AA. It's like, and some people don't realize that not all black babies are born like black, um but anyway, in fact, more of them are, I from what I've seen, that don't have all of their pigment yet and get darker as they grow. Again, especially when they're born premature. Especially premature. So I hope you all love this little guy. I'm trying to forget if I forgot to tell you all anything. Oh, and I am adoring. I have a brand new baby from Chastity's Reborns, which was one of my only babies that was from another artist this year. All the babies basically that I've had, that I've shared new with you this year, I've made myself, which is kind of exciting because that was, why I wanted to get into the painting. But anyway, so I still have little Andrea Apolline and lots to share with you with her, because I am gushing. I'm so in love with that baby girl. So it's so exciting. I have little Hollister, so I have my little Half Pint bag, and I have my baby girl, so I'm so excited about that. And I have to take a little short break. I have some work and things to do. I have a baby on the table oh my goodness. All right, y'all. Now y'all are really going to be laughing at me, because nope, I still haven't fixed that yet. You'd think I would. Oh my gosh. Anyway, because speaking of time, this is why stuff like this, I'm just going to hold this for now. It just doesn't get done. So yeah, I have another baby that was on the table along with him, but then he just progressed faster and wound up getting to rooting. And once I start rooting, I stop painting, because I only have the one space that I'm working with. So I'm not going to root and get hair all over where I am painting. So, anyhow, if you would like to get behind the scenes with me and share in my journey there and support my channel, become a member of the Pixi Squad. I'll be doing their live stream soon. I very rarely do live streams out here. Most of them, when I do them, they're in my channel membership, and there's lots of content in there and everything behind the scenes and what's going on in, my world of painting here, this new world. So if you'd like to become a member, click the blue join button next to subscribe. Or there's always a link below. There's also a link below to my Instagram. Follow me on there to see pictures of all the babies in my collection. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And all the babies, once completed, or winds up being shared out here. So definitely smash that subscribe button, click the notification bell so that you never miss a thing. And Hollister and I, here he is. We'll see you all next time. All right. God bless.